South Park funniest reactions ever. If there's one thing South Park has perfected over the years, it's reactions. Not just normal reactions, but the kind that are so over the top, so dramatic, and so hilariously unnecessary that they've become legendary. Whether it's the kids staring blankly at chaos, the adults screaming over nonsense, or Randy turning a minor inconvenience into a national crisis, South Park's funniest reactions are what make the show unforgettable. It all starts with the kids. Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny are at the center of every disaster. But what really sells each episode isn't what happens, it's how they react. Sometimes they're terrified, sometimes they're bored, and sometimes they're so done with everything that it feels painfully real. One of the best examples is when something insane happens, and Stan just mutters, "Dude, this is messed up." It's the perfect reaction, because no matter what's happening, he's not surprised anymore. Cartman, on the other hand, doesn't react. He explodes. Every situation is personal to him, every insult is a declaration of war, and every inconvenience is an attack on his very soul. His facial expressions, his voice cracks, his wild gestures. It's pure comedy gold, like the time someone told him no, and he immediately spiraled into a full emotional meltdown that ended with half the town involved. His overreactions are what keep South Park alive. Kyle's reactions are the opposite. Logical frustration turned into pure chaos. He's the voice of reason, trapped in a town with no reason at all. His funniest moments are when he tries to stay calm, but you can see him physically breaking inside. Like when Cartman says something unbelievably stupid, and Kyle just stares in disbelief before finally yelling, "Are you serious right now?" It's that slow buildup from patience to outrage that makes his reactions priceless. Then there's Butters, the most innocent reactor in the entire show. His responses are pure confusion, fear, and accidental optimism. No matter what's going on, zombie apocalypse, alien invasion, or just Cartman being Cartman, Butters always reacts like it's mildly inconvenient but fixable. His soft aw hamburgers after total destruction is comedy perfection. It's not just funny, it's comforting. He reacts the way a golden retriever would if the world was ending. Randy Marsh might be the undisputed king of reactions though. Nobody in South Park goes from 0 to 100 faster than him. A small misunderstanding, he's yelling in the streets. A simple rule change? He's staging a protest. His funniest moments come from taking himself way too seriously. Like when he shouts, "I didn't hear no bell," in the middle of a fight, or declares himself the hero of a story no one else is following. Randy doesn't just react, he performs his reactions like it's an Olympic sport. And speaking of performance, South Park's adults take overreactions to another level. The townspeople can't handle anything calmly. If there's a rumor, they believe it instantly. If there's a crisis, they overreact before they even know what's going on. One of the funniest running gags in the show's history is when one person panics, and within seconds, the entire town is rioting. They don't need evidence, just enthusiasm. It's collective chaos at its finest. Principal PC has also given us some of the best modern reactions. His angry outbursts at things that no one else cares about are pure comedy. He'll spend an entire speech yelling, "That's not okay," while everyone else looks confused. His ability to turn minor misunderstandings into dramatic life lessons is unmatched. Watching him lose control over something small is like watching a pressure cooker explode. And it never stops being funny. Then there's Mr. Mackey, the master of calm confusion. His reaction to almost everything is the same slow, monotone "mkay." No matter what disaster unfolds, he somehow maintains the exact same tone. It's the opposite of Randy's chaos. Total chill in the face of madness. That contrast makes it even funnier. When everyone else is screaming and Mr. Mackey just sighs, you can't help but laugh. Of course, some of the funniest reactions aren't big at all. They're the quiet ones. South Park loves to hold a still shot of someone just staring blankly after something absurd happens. No dialogue, no music, just pure disbelief. It's like the show is saying, yeah, we know this is insane. Take a moment to process it. Those silent pauses often land harder than any punchline. One of the most iconic reaction scenes in the show's history came when the boys saw something so ridiculous, so beyond explanation, that they didn't even speak. They just stared. That simple, deadpan silence became one of South Park's funniest trademarks. Because in a town where everyone overreacts, doing nothing is the biggest reaction of all. Cartman, though, always finds a way to steal the spotlight. His dramatic cries, fake tears, and instant denial are the stuff of legend. One moment he's laughing maniacally, the next he's begging for mercy. He'll go from shouting, "Respect my authority," to sobbing in seconds. His emotions have no middle ground, and that's what makes them so funny. Every reaction is turned up to 11, as if he's auditioning for the world's dumbest soap opera. Randy's "I thought this was America" reaction is another classic. It's one of those lines that's funny every single time because it's completely disconnected from reality. He'll say it after losing a fight, getting kicked out of somewhere, or just being told no. His ability to turn himself into the victim, while being 100% wrong, is peak South Park energy. Even minor characters get their moments to shine. The townspeople's dramatic gasps, the teacher's awkward stares, and the news anchor's straight-faced panic all add to the comedy. Everyone in South Park reacts like they're in a completely different genre. One person's treating it like a horror movie, another like an action film, and someone else like a reality show. The result is chaos so ridiculous it feels real. One of the show's most underrated reaction moments happens whenever something normal finally happens, and everyone's suspicious about it. Like when things go right for once and the characters just squint, waiting for disaster. It's subtle, but it's hilarious, because even they know that in South Park, calm never lasts long. Their collective paranoia becomes part of the joke. The kids' group reactions are also some of the best in animation, whether they're staring in shock, screaming in unison, or backing away slowly from Cartman's nonsense. Their timing is perfect. The humor doesn't just come from what they say, it's how synchronized their fear, confusion, or disbelief is. It's like a perfectly choreographed orchestra of bad decisions. And let's not forget the physical reactions. The flailing, the running, the wild movements. When South Park characters panic, it's never subtle. They sprint, scream, fall over, or dramatically faint. The animation style makes it even funnier. Stiff, simple, and exaggerated in just the right way. The more chaotic the motion, the bigger the laugh. What makes all these reactions so funny is how true they feel. South Park captures how real people respond when things get too weird. Yet with denial, confusion, or dramatic overkill, every scream, every stare, every meltdown feels like a mirror of real life, just cranked up to cartoon levels. It's not just that the characters are dumb, it's that they're honest. Their reactions say what everyone else is thinking, but too polite to say out loud. In the end, South Park's funniest reactions aren't just about comedy, they're about timing. Every gasp, glare, and scream lands exactly when it should. It's a show that understands that half the joke isn't what happens, it's how people respond to it. And in South Park, those reactions are never small. They're loud, chaotic, and always unforgettable.